Hello, 7 college nerds, it's Christmas Eve! So this week our theme is holiday traditions, but before I get into that, first of all I want to say sorry because there are people mowing lawns right now, and so you may hear those noises and I can't control them, and I really want to film this video right now so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So I apologize for that if you ever hear that at any point in this video. Sorry. But before I get into the holiday traditions dealio as well, I want to show you the finished product of my sister's wand. See, it looks good. From last time you saw it, I sanded it, did another coat of stain, and did a couple of coats of shellac. So now it's all done, and now I have to go give it back to her because I stole it from her. Okay, so now, Christmas traditions. I don't really do traditions, not in the same way that you guys seem to, because it was really weird for me watching all of your videos, and it sounds like you guys do, the exact same thing every year for the most part. Which is really weird to me, because every Christmas for me has always been different. You know, that has to do with location, just purely by virtue of location. Christmases in California are different than Christmases in Maryland, and Christmases in Nebraska are different than Christmases in Texas. And it also has to do with, who we're with, because sometimes we've had Christmases up in Nebraska with my mother's side of the family, and then there's all these cousins and stuff around, and it's like Grand Central Station up in there, and it's kind of upsetting to me because I'm not used to having so many relatives around. But other times, we've been in California and there's no family around us, and my dad's gone, so there's only a very few people. So every Christmas for me has been very, very different. So Christmas traditions is kind of a weird thing for me because I just usually go with the flow and whatever happens, happens. But, I mean, the more I got to thinking about it, we actually kind of do have our own traditions. We don't do our traditions every year because some years we haven't been able to, for whatever reason. But for the most part, on Christmas Eve, we usually open a present or two, usually from our grandparents. And then, because there's 6 people in our family, if, by virtue of, if we all, just within my family, we all get each other a present, each person has 5 presents, and that's a lot to open, you know what I mean? And there's stuff from grandparents and things like that. So, I mean, we often, will break up presents over several days because there's just so many of us. And, so we open, usually, a present or two on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day, we open presents as well, but the way we open presents is kind of weird, I guess. I didn't think of it as ever being weird until I heard about other people's Christmases. So apparently some people go down and when they open their presents, they just rip them all open. In my family, we sit around in a circle and we talk, and we open one person opens a present and the next person opens a present, and we kind of talk about it and discuss it, and it's weird. It's kind of like a family bonding experience, and it takes a lot longer, but I think it's worth it. I really enjoy doing it that way, and I feel like you have time to appreciate each gift you get a lot more, so I like that a lot. So that's about it for me, but I would just quickly like to say that I think it's really cool that you do present exchanges with your friends, and that your parents, even though they're from a different culture and they don't really do Christmas for whatever reasons, that they really still try to, even though they don't really want to celebrate the holiday or whatever, they still try to, help you by buying you candy. And I just think that's really nice because I think there's a lot of parents out there who wouldn't do that. And so I'm going to go ahead and go because I'm going to go enjoy my Christmas Eve and Christmas, and I hope the rest of you guys do too. Busy, we're so happy to have you back. So we will see you tomorrow, hopefully. dftba!